yeah. You think we was done with the Big Ten? No, no, no. 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 No way we're done with the Big Ten. No. We got even bigger things on our hands. See, I always thought that at the beginning of September, when you talked about college football, the discussion was always about who's in the running for the Heisman Trophy, or, who has an opportunity to, who's going to win the national championship. That's usually the discussion. Not this year. Not this year. Because the short anticipation of change is always a good thing, but the long-term effects could be more damaging. BYU will now be an independent beginning in 2011. Beginning in 2011. And you know who, and their athletic director, see if I can pull up his name, Tom Homo something. Said they've been planning this for 5 years. But you know who made this possible? It wasn't BYU, really. Even though they wanted to do this, they didn't actually make it possible. It wasn't BYU. You can thank the worldwide leader in sports for being able to pull this off. You can thank them. Because without them, none of this is possible. None of this happens. Now, how do you think? Now, look, why would you say ESPN? What exactly does ESPN have to do with this? What does ESPN have to do with this? Well, geniuses, ESPN signed an 8-year contract to broadcast their home games. Because ESPN has all the money in the world, they can do anything. Really, they can do anything. I'm serious. They have all the money in the world. There's no consequence. Even if BYU sucks, there's no consequence. You can read the details on ESPN's website about the contract. The fact is, they'll have a 8-year contract with BYU. Now, the good thing is, BYU has signed, they have a 6-year contract with Notre Dame. They have a 3-year contract with Texas. Now, with Texas, the games will alternate between their home place and Austin. They'll face Austin. They'll be in Austin twice. Now, that's a good thing. The bad thing is, they got to fill up the rest of their schedule. How exactly do you pull that off, geniuses of BYU? How do you pull that off? Well, maybe, I don't know how exactly you pull that off. They'll find some way. Maybe ESPN will contact dip craps colleges to go ahead and join and get BYU on their schedule. To go to BYU, face them. They will be independent in football, and beginning in 2011, and they will be in the West Coast Conference in other sports. And again, like I said back in June, like I said, the other sports don't matter. That's why Notre Dame is with the Big East in every other sport but football. But somehow, magically, in football, they're independent. The long-term effect of this is that BYU will not have an automatic conference bid by, obviously, not being in the Mountain West, who, by the way, the Mountain West, beginning this year, has a automatic bid. Smart. All you gotta do is go through the Mountain West. You go through the Mountain West, tough conference, but if you go through it, who will be Utah-less, if you go through the Mountain West, you go to the BCS. But no, they want to take the Notre Dame route. They want to finish in the top 14 in the polls. And if you finish in the top 14, no, it's no longer the top 12, it's top 14. If you finish in the top 14 in the polls, you're in the BCS. Howdy freaking do. Gives them more national exposure. Again, now it does give you, you can't see BYU games on TV every year, but again, BYU was doing just fine. It was doing just fine. But now, what do they have to do? Now BYU, like Notre Dame, has to be shoved down our throats. It has to be. It's the American sports way. It's the way to go. How awesome is that? How awesome. BYU is now independent, so they're going to take the lazy route. And for years, we've been trying to get Notre Dame to join a conference so that this independent crap will go away. So that there will be fair opportunity for each team to play for the national championship. But BYU just happens to make the problems even worse by becoming an independent of themselves, proving that college football is not really advancing. It's reshuffling, but it's not advancing. Because if it was advancing, you wouldn't see independent schools. You will see schools that are in conference, all of them, with a fair and equal opportunity, or as close to equal as you can get. But yet, BYU wants to complicate things. They want to actually be independent themselves so that they can have an easier road to be the BCS boat. Because, you know why the BCS is important? Money. Even though BYU is a college that is led by a church, that is ran by a church, and supposedly, church is not all about money, but yet BYU is doing this to get more money. I don't know about you fans, But this is a little fishy, ain't it?